Hey everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Revolutionizing Recruitment. How is AI changing the way we hire? My name is Rohini, and I'll be your host for this insightful session today. If you've ever wondered what is AI CERTs, let me just take a minute to introduce ourselves. Um, AI CERTs offers role-based AI and blockchain certifications aimed at fostering lifelong learning. Our mission is to help organizations build smarter, future-ready workforces, adapt to change, and drive growth. And here's a big vision. We are on a mission to certify 1 billion people worldwide. Let's take a moment to watch a brief video and discover more about AI certs.
Staying ahead means constantly adapting, evolving, and growing. You need the right skills to thrive. Artificial intelligence and blockchain are revolutionizing everything we do, from how we work, create, and solve problems, to how we secure data and build trust in a digital world. Do you have the skills to thrive in this new era of AI? To stay ahead, you need the right tools and knowledge. But with so much information available, where do you start? AI CERTs empowers you to equip yourself for the future with industry-recognized, role-based certifications in AI and blockchain. Whether you're an individual looking to upskill and advance your career, or a business seeking to empower your workforce with cutting-edge AI and blockchain expertise, AI CERTs is your trusted partner. Our certifications are crafted by a team of leading industry experts, ensuring they align with the latest trends and real-world demands. We understand that everyone learns differently. Our flexible learning options allow you to study whenever and wherever it works best for you. With a tech background or without one, our comprehensive range of role-based certifications equip you with the in-demand skills you need to succeed. Stand out in the job market with recognized AI and blockchain credentials. Leverage the new technology to become more efficient, innovative, and impactful. Help your company thrive in the AI era. AI CERTs, empowering individuals and businesses to lead the AI revolution.
Well, thank you so much for your patience to watch our video. And today we're thrilled to have attendees joining us across the globe. AI is rapidly transforming the way the organizations attract, assesses, and onboard talent. And today we have a distinguished expert who will share his expertise on this topic. Before we begin, a few housekeeping items. This session will run for approximately 40 to 45 minutes, including a live Q&A at the end. Please drop your question in the chat box and we'll address them during the Q&A session. The session is being recorded and will be shared with you all, at your registered email addresses afterwards. Now let's introduce our esteemed speaker, Debbie Carr. Our speaker today is Debbie Carr, founder and CEO of HiredGPT. With over 20 years of experience at companies like Infosys, Deloitte, and Amazon, Debbie is a leader in AI-driven HR technology. He has advised CEOs, CIOs, and CTOs on implementing cutting-edge solutions in workforce automation, analytics, and conversational AI. As a former member of Deloitte's CTO Council, Debbie has also conducted workshops at UC Berkeley, IIMs, and the National University of Singapore. Today, he will shed light on how AI is transforming talent acquisition from candidate sourcing to hiring decisions. Let's welcome Debbie Carr. Thank you so much, Debbie. We're really delighted to have you over. The floor is all yours.
Thank you so much, Rohini. And hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, depending on where you are joining us from. I'm really excited to present my learning that I have been amassing in last few years, working in AI, and that too specifically within the world of HR tech. Like you saw, today's topic is how do I revolutionize recruitment? Especially how AI is changing the way we hire. You heard a little bit about myself from Rohini. almost 20 years across multiple organizations, lived and worked across the globe. But couple of areas that stuck with me has been people analytics, HR, tech, talent acquisition, while I work on multiple other domains. And uh, I do spend a lot of time meeting, talking about these topics, especially how last couple of years with generative AI, HRs are getting back a strong support in terms of technology to bring back the words that they need at the asking table of for the business, right? So we'll share some of my learning today, and feel free to drop your questions. Now, when I got to know that we need to talk about how AI is revolutionizing recruitment, first thing that came to my mind is, why do we even talk about it? What has changed? Why should we even bothered about AI recruitment? What's changing? And that brought me some analogy from the market. Should we even bothered looking at modern technology in recruitment? Recruitment has been running for ages. Probably every business, the first area that you need to have people, right? And you have been recruiting. Every single business on earth that is there has been recruiting for years and ages and ages. What changed? Why do we need this topic? And that brought me to look at what else is happening anywhere else. Today, any one of us, if we need a loan, probably we would hop onto an app, do our KYC, upload certain documents, get our scores checked, and within few minutes, you know whether you are approved of a loan or rejected of a loan. In fact, if you're approved of a loan, the money hits your account within minutes, max to max an hour or so. The system is so well organized and so well orchestrated that technology is enabling your fraud checks, your background verification, are you worthy of receiving the loan, and the money hitting the account. Now, what has happened in recruitment? Like we said, we have been hearing recruitment, we have been doing recruitment for ages. Even today, as an individual experience, or you go out in the market and ask any candidate, how many times have you applied for a job and you heard back immediately? You'd hear a big resounding no from a majority of the people. In fact, a lot of research shows 70 to 80% candidates never even hear back. And we talk about candidate experience, brand experience. They don't hear back at all. And we are talking about people, technology helping us do events and applications and customer response within minutes. When a sales team never lets go of a customer interaction, but when it comes to recruitment, we don't see that that I'm talking to a potential customer. It's always been looked as, I'm offering a job, I'm offering employment, I'm sitting at a higher ground. That has been how the system has been. The candidate experience, from if you think from a candidate side, a majority of them have normalized it that I'll never hear back. But if you see why is it happening, there's a variety of reasons. And the primary reason I personally believe starts with what tools currently exist for talent acquisition. Majority would be an applicant tracking system. Most of them are system of records. They are databases. You enter data into them, they save those records for you. But you are the one, as a recruiter, as a hiring manager, as a talent acquisition specialist, manually doing every single activity on top of it. Whether it is some keyword match based JD match score, but you are the one who's doing screening, calling the candidate, coordinating, scheduling interviews, following up with the interviewers, all of that. Also, what has happened in last 6 months to 1 year, the amount of AI that is available for candidates, and I'll show you exact examples, it is actually increasing the workload of recruiters now. Every single resume has started looking good. More and more candidates today are tech savvy. They use technology, they expect to organizations to use technology, and they use technology to their advantage. Second point is, a lot of recruiters, it's unfair to expect them to play the role of a subject matter experts. They are not your tech expert, they are not your sales or marketing expert that they can dive deep, in the beginning itself and filter out every single candidate. But because they are not tech subject matter experts, when they filter a candidate, send it to the first round panel, coordinate with their interview, which takes few weeks, the hit ratio would be low because there is always a mismatch in what hiring manager can do and how a recruiter can do, right? And it often panel burnout will happen. And if all of this happens, it ends up having a poor candidate experience. And we are living in a world where businesses need speed. Speed is a competitive advantage. Uh, and with all of this, what is happening? Today, we talk about our time to hire. For me, hiring is a supply chain. There is a demand. My business is looking for certain people. There is enough talent available in the market. How do I spot right talent? And how do I spot them really, really fast? Because if I don't do it, somebody else, my competition, somebody else will do it, right? You would imagine that over a period, my time to hire would decrease with all the current technologies that were used, but you'll be surprised that time to hire is actually increased in its last couple of years itself. We were at 36 days 2-3 years back. Now it is literally going to 43 to 44 days to hire a single person for a role, right? Why? Like you saw, a huge amount of activity, mundane activities are manual and needs a lot of coordination. And that necessitates use of technology. Now, what do we do as a recruitment team, as a hiring team? Has the work actually changed? No, the work has not changed. You still go through starting from creating a requisition, getting a job description, going to job boards, sourcing those candidates, screening them, interviewing them, following up, negotiation. That has not changed. Your work has not changed. But what has changed is how candidates are leveraging technology. What you are currently seeing on my screen is one of the tools that candidates are using. Resume audit. What does this tool allow a candidate, or what is this tool's promise to the candidate? That I will improve your resume based on the job that you are applying for, and I will ensure you bypass the current resume screening process. Whether it is AI, whether it is an individual, your input is a job description and the candidate's resume will match perfectly fine. If you have started noticing some part of it, wait for 6 more months. Every single resume coming your way would look good. I call them noise. If earlier you were able to filter 20 resumes just by quickly scanning or doing keyword match the way ATSs used to do, tomorrow it will be all 80 to 90% matching, right? And it's just not just one tool. Here is another tool that is saying, I'll get you resume that will stand out without even you putting effort. As simple as ChatGPT. Put your JD, put your current resume. It tells you how to match every single keyword, how to match exactly your current experience as per that, right? And not just that. If today I, as a recruiter, call Debi, who is applying for a role, even on a video screen, Debi can have his own co-pilot. Look at tools like finalroundai.com. Candidates co-pilot. The desktop can hear every single question that the recruiter is asking, suggest the right answer, suggest right codes, directions. All I need to do is, if I'm on the phone, you have called me for screening, I can just answer through it, right? Now, your life is going to be a lot more difficult unless you're aware that nothing has changed. Then not really. A lot is changing because candidates are finding their ways to beat the system, right? They have access, they have tools. Now, like I said, for me, hiring, if I simply put it, as supply chain, right? How do I find right talent to match the demand that I have and fulfill that need as soon as possible? And when I think of supply chain, then nothing better comes to my mind than Amazon. All of us are used to Prime. I exactly know my product that I'm ordering will arrive in 2 days. You know exactly where it is, how much time will it take, where is it? You have a complete control over the process, right? Imagine, I'll come back to the slide. Imagine what is changing in supply chain, what is changing in logistics. They're actually going to an anticipatory shipping. What does that mean? They're able to predict the demand ahead of time, saying, Devi is a customer. I know they will need this product tomorrow. I will identify that product. Where is it? When do I need to ship it? Before actually Devi presses the button, click, it should be available in the warehouse next to him so that I can deliver it in the same day. They're anticipating shipping. Can we imagine doing that? Can we plan that as a talent acquisition specialist, as a recruiter? My TA team should be capable of predicting my team's demand, which vertical, which line of business, based on funding we raise, based on the business we are doing, based on the talent strategy that we have created, what would be my requisition volume look like? Which sector will I go after? Which job board will go after? Do I have a pool of candidate that I can run after? Do I have a complete control that I can say, yes, you will have a full stack developer available to you within 10 days. I will get you a sales manager within 30 days, right? It's very hard right now. So your business is changing, they need speed. And we are, as talent acquisition teams, still rely on technologies that do not support this kind of supply chain planning. Like I said, candidates are using technology to beat the system. And what is also changing, when we think of candidate largely, if you close your eyes and think, if I tell you, I'm a manufacturing organization, I'm a mining company, I need to hire 50 drivers. If you close your eyes for 10 seconds and imagine that you need to hire a driver, what image will you have in your mind? A blue collar worker sitting in a truck, driving into the mines and working for it. But what, like I said, businesses is changing. There are driverless trucks. What you're seeing on your screen right now is how the future drivers would be. This is where your millennials gonna be sitting and maintaining the mines and manufacturing units and others, right? They're very tech savvy. This is what they expect at their workplace. So if you're gonna deal with candidates that has a certain behavior, their behavior is changing, you can actually, you'd have seen today, if you're hiring, they would be very open to chat with you. You can WhatsApp them, they will respond to you. But if you talk to them, a lot would hesitate to talk to you right away. They would be happily chat with you in the evening, in the night, whenever they're available. But picking up a call, talking is becoming difficult, right? They're very shorter attention span. If they're expecting the team to give them back results and they're not hearing poor experience, they will move on to someone who can give them that, right? So that is what we are dealing with, and that necessitates use of technology. You need assistance, you need technology that can keep you at the same level at which world is moving. And that is where a lot of AI is actually being talked. I'm sure every single day you must be hearing hundreds of HR tech tools coming into the market. I'm sure you must be bombarded. You must be sometimes overwhelmed. What is happening? Whether it is sourcing, whether it is talent engagement, whether it is hiring, a lot of tools are coming. There will be consolidation, there will be maturity. But the fact is, the space needs that level of intense focus because every single organization needs people. There is talent. How do I find them? How do I find them fast? Now, what is happening? Where is AI, especially in talent acquisition, coming in? There are 4 stages. This is divided by a very famous consultant called Andy Hedworth. You can check him on LinkedIn, follow him, Andy Hedworth. Great insights on technology related to talent acquisition. But here are the 4 areas. One is foundational. You need technology to do better resume screening. Personally, I believe resume screening in its current form will be dead very soon. But you need ability to do outreach. The way sales campaigns run, the way marketing campaigns run. Can I run recruitment campaigns, proactive campaigns on WhatsApp, on SMS, on email? Can I have phone agents calling the candidates right away, right? Those are very basic. I should be able to engage a candidate at the middle of the night, even if my recruiter is not online. How can I keep that candidate who is available? Second, as soon as I find a potential match, how do I conduct skill assessment then and there? Whether it is behavior, whether it is coding, whether it is building relation. Debi got free in the night. He saw a job post, he's applying. Today, Debi is applying and waiting. Instead of Debi waiting, can there be an AI system that conducts that interview, talks to Debi, engages Debi if it finds Debi really good, provides the information Debi needs, so that when the recruiter is back in office, takes over for that human engagement and cultural verification and other things that is required. Then it goes to an expert level, right? Can it create recruitment strategy for me? Can it do interviewer effectiveness? Because a lot of time there is inherent bias today. If I, as an interviewer, every single day my TA team is asking me to do interview, or there is a weekly recruitment drive happening, I am burning out. I have 5 favorite questions. If somebody answers that, I pass them on. Or sometimes, why do I reject someone? Let the next person reject, right? It becomes a natural tendency where I burn out, my interviewer effectiveness goes down, right? So can I have expertise that can look through all of my interviews and figure out potential issues? Are my interviewers asking questions that they are not supposed to ask? Are they getting into personal discussions, right? Can all these conversations be analyzed and a recruitment strategy developed? And then it goes to strategic in terms of, if my business is growing at a pace, my certain verticals, what roles do I expect? All of those things will are becoming areas where AI slowly is making its presence felt in talent acquisition, and will go one by one. Where I spend my time, my effort, my energy is my organization, Hire GPT, which is very, very focused on how do I do the heavy lifting, just the first part of the recruitment. Every single candidate that comes your way, at whatever time, right? Can I screen them? Can I qualify? Can I conduct the first round interview? Whether it is tech, whether it is non-tech, does not matter. And why did we decide to do that? Now, when we look at a effort spent, a day in the life of a individual recruiter, it's very grilling, right? It's constantly sourcing, calling people. It's not easy. But there are areas that are mundane and has a high scope of AI and automation, which is the first part. Can I source candidate? Can you filter out the noise for me? Because most of the resumes are looking good. Then comes a lot of your coordination, negotiation, which is where you need to get involved, strategic planning, communication, which has a low tendency to automate because the variability is very high. But screening them, removing the noise and finding the right talent for you out of those hundreds and thousands of applications has a very high possibility of AI automation. That's where I spend my time. In fact, Harvard just recognized us as one of the most innovative product when it comes to applicant experience and recruitment, leveraging AI. Now, how do we leverage AI in talent acquisition? Step one, if there is a new job that your hiring manager sends your way, that, hey, I'm looking for a digital marketing manager. You already have a huge talent pool that has been applying to you. You have a resume pool. Can you do a database search within your existing pool and say, here is the JD. Can you go through my past applicants and see who would be a great fit that I have not hired before, but that's sitting in my database? I've already paid for all these resumes to be downloaded across a lot of sites, right? So AI agent that we have can actually scan all the existing resume pool that you have and suggest a perfect match against a role. Or you want to go across, post your job across multiple job boards and let candidates apply, inbound applications. You can do that. Second, you found a lot of people, let's say candidate that are matching, you can run campaigns. That means I can proactively, today, 5 p.m., my hiring manager comes back and says, hey, we need to hire a few more sales relationship managers. Put a job description, find the match, single click, say reach out to all of them. Run an outreach campaign. It sends an email, WhatsApp, SMS, and tells, maybe you had applied to us in the past. There is a new role open. We think you will be a great fit. Are you still interested? Proactively figure out if they're interested. If somebody is interested, the interview process starts, right? So multiple ways. You can actually have a phone agent calling the candidate, talking to them and checking their interest, and if they're interested, doing that interview. And when it comes to interview, so I reached out to Debi for an open role, found Debi still interested, asked them certain basic question, qualified that, yes, his experience matters. The system can actually start AI-led interview on the spot, whether it is recruiter is available or not. Devi is available. My system will take care of talking to Devi, functional, coding, behavioral, all of kind of adaptive conversation. That means there is no fixed set of rules that if there is a sales role, here are the 5 questions. If there is a Java developer, here are the 10 questions. No, that's traditional. That's like how we used to do school test. System decides based on the ideal persona that you are looking for, what should I be talking to the person? And based on the person's answer, should I follow up? Should I dive deep? Should I ask a new question? It drives that conversation like a subject matter would have done. Dive deep and create the entire log, do the proctoring, do the video recording, and create individual summary, auto-generated summary. Hey, we spoke to Devi. Devi spent 25 minutes with us. We checked on these 20 areas. Devi is fantastic. Here are the strengths. However, Devi has not done all these areas. He is an average fit or a great fit or not a fit, right? It recommends, and the entire summary log is available. The competitive rankings, proctoring, trust score is generated. Devi was trying to cheat while talking because the system takes control of your screen share. Are you using ChatGPT? Are you changing tabs? Are you trying to copy from somewhere? It monitors that and lets you know that Devi scored well, but is not trusted, right? And why are we doing all of this? Because one example, one of our customers recently sent us, uploaded the job description, and they sent a outreach program to past applicants, almost 900 of them. Within 2 hours, we had 80% of them respond they're interested. The system scanned, completed their interview, and within a 24-hour window, they had actually shortlisted 89 candidates that will go to the next level from 890 odd people, literally down to those 10%, 20% within a day, which would have taken you literally a month. And potentially you would have not even spoken to all the candidates that were interested because you can't have that bandwidth, or you need an army of people to do it, right? So the whole idea is, can I reduce my time to hire? Can I increase my accuracy level? Can I reduce my panel burnout? That's what it focuses on. So as simple as give the JD, candidate details, hire GPT reaches out, conducts that interview, conducts that skill assessment, and lets you find those best fits and remove those misfits. And that's what it focuses on. But where else AI is getting used in talent acquisition? Like I said, interviewer effectiveness is a big area. You might have spent a huge amount of time finding right candidate, but if your interviewers are not doing right job, they're not asking the right questions, or probably they're asking only their favorite questions and not diving deep, or they are getting into conversations that are not required. Recently, one of the companies in US got sued where the candidate felt they are being asked very personal questions that should not be asked. Now, if these are available or through video recordings and you have an AI agents joining those calls, nowadays you see note takers everywhere. If the note taker can prompt that, hey, don't ask such questions, right? Or the candidate can literally get prompted, you do not have to answer these questions. Or simply just from the meeting notes, can it identify what level of questions are you asking? If I have 10 interviewers, are they doing a standard kind of check across all the candidates, or I'm actually doing apple to oranges check? Highly impossible to find out because there is no system that actually does this. All of this happens outside of any system. When I'm taking interview, I'm just taking interview, right? But meeting notes can be great to identify these. Second, predictive. Can I identify, is this candidate going to join me? Can I keep that candidate engaged? That is where personalized content comes in, right? Now AI allows you that, I'm sure every organization has 5 videos, 10 documents for everybody to read. Static content that has been there for every single candidate out there gets the same information. Can I personalize it? Debbie comes from a healthcare sales background, joining my organization. Rahul or David comes from a banking background, sales, and joining my organization. Can I personalize the content, right? So that it matches their background and interest to know more about my company, my policies, and all of that. Can that be personalized? Content can be created. You must be hearing every single day how new videos are coming, new songs are coming, new blogs are getting written by AI. Why can't I get personalized content back to my candidate, right? Can I improve engagement? Instead of having a standard rule that my chatbot answers, can I actually improve engagement where it talks to Debbie the way Debbie wants to know? Probably Debbie is interested to know more about the leadership at my company versus David wants to know about what kind of innovation we do within our company. AI can actually scan through companies' public databases, LinkedIn, Twitter, all the marketing, and actually answer back better than a recruiter can spend time learning and answering that, right? So free up these mundane activities and all of that. I'm going to share a very small video that talks about how you can personalize the whole onboarding experience. You found they be great, first round interview done. You want to keep them hooked. You want the CEO to actually send a personalized welcome mail. But you can't do that for hundreds and thousands of people. Can you leverage technology? Here's take a quick look how certain tools can allow you to do that.
Hi, Chloe. We're thrilled to have you here. Hi, Grace. Hi, Noah.
Fantastic, right? So these are tools and technologies that are available to personalize without really going through the whole effort of creating marketing collaterals, asking a team to personalize the content for every single persona because the personas will keep changing, right? Now, I just keep me honest on the time that I have, right? But what I have seen with the tool that we have deployed and certain AI-led tools that we have seen, huge improvement in turnaround time. Today, if I open up 5 roles on LinkedIn and you get 100 applications within first few hours, you have 500 applications, at least 500 applications received. For me as a recruiter to go through these 500 applications is impossible. Or I'll need 10 recruiters to do that over next 2 days, which is impossible. So what I do a first pass. I will talk to first few people. I'll talk to people whose resume matches, but then all the resumes are looking good, right? So if I'm leveraging technology at this point, where it says the moment Debi applies at that point in time, check a knowledge fit of Debi so that I have a list of people who are role fit. I will spend my energy tomorrow as a recruiter to talk to them individually, to those top 20 and figure out their behavioral attributes, their cultural fitment, their organizational fitment, and schedule them for next round, rather than going randomly and taking any 20 who are probably really good speaking candidate, not really role fit, right? Then my panel comes back and saying, why are you wasting our time, right? So we have seen really, really fast turnaround time because whether it is one candidate, 10 candidate, 1,000 candidate, doesn't matter. The system can talk to hundreds of them parallelly. And we did that for actually a large recruitment process outsourcing company. The RPOs themselves who supply work as consultant in supplying people to you, they're leveraging tools and technologies to scan through and submit resume because they don't want to do the rework. Next, accuracy levels. Once the system understands the ideal persona you're looking for, it does first few rounds of interview. You give them the feedback, right? Saying, yeah, you suggested this guy, but here are the 2-3 things that are missing. I'm not selecting. Or this guy is a great guy. This guy is a great guy. The moment you shortlist, the system relearns. And next time it looks for those behaviors and patterns in that individual rather than on the cohort and gives you saying, hey, earlier we had recommended DB, but based on your feedback, the next guy we interviewed also exhibit these behaviors, would be a great fit. Why don't you take a look, right? And the best part is candidate feedback that we have seen that today I expected that I will apply maybe week down the line, I'll expect a call. And if that by the time I have not received it, I'll never receive a call. I'll never receive a call, right? So that's what candidates are saying. Oh, fantastic. I received a call. I got my interview done. I know it's an AI powered system, but I'm okay with it. If that helps me break through the whole maze of applications and systems, I'm okay to do that. In fact, the feedback we have heard from candidate is, do not show me an animated face. Do not show me a live agent that is, ask me the question in your voice, let me answer it, figure out whether I'm doing it good or not. So people are okay to talk to AI systems till the time you don't make them, force them to feel it is animated, it is poorly synced. And that technology will mature within 6 months to a year, where you can actually feel that you're talking to certain people, but there are security aspects. Your organization need to start building a slight bit of trust layer of how do you evaluate vendors and partners that are bringing this technology, right? How are they managing our data so that one, it is bias free. Second, it is not actually making the candidate feel bad about the organization, right? So you have to look at all of that and then put those AI trust policies in place. Happy to help and share my learnings in that, but I'll take a pause. uh, there's a lot happening in the space. Certain areas that are maturing, like I said, as the first part of the area, where whether it is content curation, reaching out to the candidate, and what we do, screen them, qualify them, do their skill assessment, assign them certain case studies, see how they're writing the code, see how they're responding back, and find that right talent who are role fit, skill fit, so that you can focus on engaging them better and do the next round without really burning out, right? I'll take a pause. I know we have spent more than 30 minutes talking about it. Happy to take questions, and please, Rohini, are there any questions on the chat?
Well, I think it was just an amazing, insightful presentation from you, Debbie. I think,
Thank you.
yes, we do have time to move on to our Q&A session. We've
Yes.
received a first question from a participant. Her question is, how can we leverage AI to fully automate human resource documentation from onboarding process to employee exit, voluntary or involuntary?
Involuntary. Yeah. The first part of the question is very interesting. It's in last 1 week, just from this Monday to Thursday, I have had 4 conversations where customers have asked this question. So I'm glad seems to be on top of the mind. Today, when we do document collection, our process has only digitization. What has happened is digitization. There is no intelligence. That means, let's say you want the candidate to upload their photo, their passport, their social security number, their PAN card, Aadhaar card. What we are doing is we are only giving them a link where they can upload. But there are tools. In fact, we have integrated tools where I can check the photo that they be uploaded is live or not. Second, the moment I upload a document, it's human. I might be saying I'm uploading my passport, but I attached a different driving license PDF. Possible. But who ends up working? HR ends up working on that, right? So system can validate, is it a PAN document? Is it a passport? Is it driving license? If not, they will indicate it right. So intelligence. Second, it can actually check your PAN the moment you upload, hit the database of government services and check whether your PAN actually exists, the name that you have matches to the database. So kind of a identity onboarding KYC is done while the document collection errors are reduced. So that actually exists, very mature. This system is very mature. Certain college documents is very difficult to verify because the number of colleges, universities are so high. Not everybody is on blockchain. I don't even know how the certificates can be validated, but government issued documents and certain certificates can be easily validated. Photos can be validated, and onboarding with intelligence can be done. So that's a short answer. Exit conversations, people are more comfortable to talk to a bot because they know there is no judgment. I can be honest and open to talk about it rather than an individual sitting and saying, why are you leaving my organization? Most of the people do not answer that honestly. So, and especially you do that after the person has left, you will get more matured responses. And that's where AI can be very helpful to giving that input.
Absolutely. I think well said on that. And, on with regard to the blockchain certifications, Debbie, I do know, including AI certs, we have a product that can give
Yeah,
blockchain enabled certifications today. And
true.
I'm sure, I think it's just a matter of time. And every
Yes.
certification will be blockchain enabled for to ensure
Yes,
the authenticity.
absolutely.
Moving on to the next question, we have from Selva Kumar.
Yeah.
Can you discuss how AI can be a part of salary negotiation?
Again, great question. This is an area currently in its early days. Why? Because this involves lot of nuances of how our individual responds. There is, like I said, the psychology involved. There is sales angle involved in this. Having said that, the system is actually able to drive conversations. These are, I would say, not just a broader AI. This is focused on generative AI, where it can, based on your, let's say Debbie got selected, but you want to convince Debbie why this role is better, right? Why it's I can't offer you what you're asking for, or but here is a great career, right? It can actually drive better conversations. But why did I say it as an infancy? Because candidates have not yet adopted having this negotiation conversation with a bot yet. They want to talk to a person, understand the role better. Again, we do not have enough data to feed to that bot to say what to say it against what question. Let's say you have all your salary negotiations recorded. You have done hundreds of those successful negotiations. You have recorded. Then the bot will be smart, highly customized for your organizations. But if you have done this outside of a system and you can't feed that, it is going to take that time to learn negotiations and all. But individually, where we see this is maturing is customer conversations. Today, you would receiving bot calls, especially in US, you'll receive an AI agent calling you saying, hey, you came to our site and we saw you not buying the product. It's in your cart. How can I help you? Right? And they create on the spot discounts and help you buy that. So similar process will come to HR, but a lot of nuances involved. Data is not available to train it for your organization, because I can't take a generic data and say this negotiation will work for your organization. So that is what is currently missing. If it is available, system can be trained.
Well said on that, absolutely. The next question is from Kavita. She want to know how can a job seeker pass multiple ATS screenings
Yeah.
to get through the ATS process?
Yeah, like I showed you, right? And I'll ping you certain tools on the link here. Resume Warded, careerflow.ai, teal.hq. These are tools available where not just that, there is a tool called AI Hawk for candidate. What it does, so Debbie is sleeping happily. Debbie is a candidate looking for a job. I have told AI Hawk, go to LinkedIn, find all potential matching jobs, go on a clicking spree. So AI Hawk on my behalf goes and applies to all the jobs. So today you are happy that 100 candidates apply. Tomorrow all these are job clicks done by bots applying to roles, right? So just search for AI Hawk. It's a GitHub open source tool. Anybody can take it and apply for it, right? So bypassing your traditional ATSs is now a cakewalk because they focused on keyword matching. I'll give a small example, real life example. There is a candidate that came our way. We gave that candidate a high score based on the resume. And the customer came back saying, hey, my current ATS is rejected. You have selected this candidate. Your system is not working because they have been using that system for long. And then we dive deep and I take it personally saying, why did we miss this? What we found, the current system, ATS rated it low. They were looking for Java developer. And the candidate has nowhere mentioned Java developer as a keyword. He has mentioned system engineer, okay? Because that's the designation given in his current company. When our system read through it, it doesn't matter what is the role that you have written. Your project description reflects you are a Java developer, right? So we recommended that, yeah, this guy has done that work. So these are subtle differences that the system can catch. And then that is where all these tools are helping bypass ATSs. So yeah, candidates can bypass ATSs.
Yeah, I think in this example, I think I should also say, AI is in one place and human mind is another, right?
Absolutely.
We can never replace a human mind. I think that's
Absolutely
a
not.
great
No.
example that you gave. Well, the next question is from Anil, and he is asking: is there AI plus OCR capability to auto authenticate candidate documents submitted during application submission and providing documents post offer accept.
Oh, 100%. And this is highly matured,
Correct. What would be
highly
the
matured.
accuracy level? That's the next
Yes,
top question.
absolutely. Absolutely. So we do that. We currently do that with an integrated service. The accuracy levels are more than 97, 98% when it comes to, if I talk in terms of India, candidate's photo getting directly matched with PAN, all the OCR. For example, from the PAN card, it picks up my name, my father's name. When you upload your Aadhaar card, it checks whether that matches with your PAN card, Aadhaar card details. Remember, in India, I might have said Debi Kar, but my Aadhaar card might have Debi Prasanna Kar. So it actually does a fuzzy logic and says the names are different, but looks similar. And I certify that they are correct. Because your father's name could be MR somewhere and somewhere might have full expansion. The system does fuzzy logic and matches that. It exists, highly advanced. These are identity management solutions that are currently coming in with OCR capabilities. In fact, I'll talk about my roadmap very openly. What we are planning to do, once a candidate uploads all the documents using OCR, I have figured out all your information, your name, your father, date of birth, your address. I don't want you to sit and fill hundreds of documents when you join the company. Your provident fund details, your insurance details. The agent will say, Debi, welcome to the company. Let me fill all the documents for you based on your document. I have filled it up. Take a look, approve it, and submit it. Right? All I need is name, address, phone number, father's name, mother's name, all those kind, right? If it is available, OCR already done, it will fill those details.
No, it definitely sounds like a magical world, but it's going to be real, or maybe it's already real.
It is happening. It is happening, whether we like it or not, some part of it is happening.
Yeah, I think with that note, the next question is very apt. There is somebody asking, sorry, Kavita, will AI replace recruiters? How can a recruiter adapt to the drastically changing AI-driven job market? Very apt question.
Absolutely. I hear this sentiment very regularly. When computers came to existence, right? Especially, I'll talk about India, largest population, jobs are absolutely needed. Everybody said in the early 2000 computers are coming, there will be no jobs. Which country benefited the most when computers came? We benefited the most because it created more jobs for us. What I see, will it replace recruiter? Absolutely not. Nature of job will definitely change for recruiters. Today, you are spending way too much time filtering through resumes, calling I have not done MBA in HR to sit and call candidates. I would rather focus on engaging a right candidate, which I am not able to do. Why is there a dropout after a candidate has been selected, right? How can I better engage them? That's where I'll spend time. So your nature of job will change. But if you're only spending doing transactional repeated activities, you are highly prone to automation. And that's reality. So depending on what you're doing, it will get automated. But like I said, nature of job will change. Now you will look at how, as a recruiter, you can use these AI agents. For example, recently, NVIDIA published that the HRs are going to be the future IT teams because you will have so many AI agents that is digital workforce for you. How will you manage a combination of human workforce and digital workforce? Your role will change. You might today be finding a Java developer. Tomorrow, as a recruiter, you might be searching through 5 co-pilots to say which one of these can actually play the role of a junior engineer. How do I evaluate it? So yeah, your role will change and evolve, not really get replaced.
Well said that on that, Debbie. So the next question is from Niveta. She says, we are a startup company into semiconductor domain, and
Okay.
we are finding it difficult to find right candidates in VLSI, physical design, and embedded software domain. Could you suggest few portals?
This is more of a sourcing kind of a question. Honestly, I don't have too much experience into semiconductor and those domains yet, but happy to chat. We do know certain very specific niche job boards that have come into the market, which you may not have heard, but have absolutely working for us. happy to chat offline. Just ping me on LinkedIn. Happy to take it offline.
Great. I think there's a question from Vikram Malhotra. What is the cost for using HireGPT? So I think we must, connect with you one on that. I've shared your LinkedIn profile on the chat box
Sure.
for everyone.
But I'll be honest, I'll be very open also talking about if a technology is bringing disruptive advantage, it also has to bring financial advantage, because you can't deploy a technology that will cost the business a lot more than what they are already spending. And especially in a country like India, right? So I can assure you, it is very cost effective. It ranges between a couple of dollars per candidate interview, from $2 to $3. Again, depending on what level of depth you want to document, you want an onboarding, you want a verification, it increases. But a screen qualify interview, take it $2 to $3 per interview, and with volume it goes down.
Amazing. I think we have another question from Albin. Can AI identify candidates who do offer shopping?
Um, that's another friend of mine who is building that organization. It's difficult unless all the information are on the same platform. However, you can catch certain behavioral traits. For example, if my organization only rolled out an offer letter and you're expecting to figure out about the candidate, it's difficult because you have no information about the candidate. Like Amazon, they have so much data that they track every click. Today, you have no information about the candidate. So if you actually build engagement platform for the candidate, content that are personalized, their document offer letter is on that page, their document collection is on that page, you are doing certain pulse surveys on that page, you're bringing the candidate back to your page, you start building data. So Debbie as a candidate is coming back regularly, reading all my contents, submitting documents online, and everybody who has done this in the past joins me, right? Then I know Devi's interest level. Versus Rohini, not responding to my surveys on time, has not uploaded documents, 5 reminders have gone, has taken 3 days to accept offer letter, and whoever has done it in the past generally doesn't join me, right? So you start building these data points, but to do that, you have to provide them certain information that draws them to your portal, and you start building behavioral analytics on top of it. It's purely
Of
how sales
course.
team deals with customers, right? You have to understand customer journey, customer behavior to be able to match their interest. Simple data point. Today, I asked some of my customers saying, what time of the day your candidates are applying to a junior role versus a senior role? No idea, because we never thought about it. So on our platform, we actually show late night, early morning, what time of the day, for what role you have maximum applications coming in and from which site, because this creates behavior. You might be spending tons of money on LinkedIn, but what happened? None of them got hired. Probably Indeed sent you 10 and all 10 got hired, right? You need to know that so that you can strategize where to spend money. We can help you with those kind of things.
Amazing, Debbie. I think we have one last question from a student here.
Sure.
Kindly suggest me projects related to ML. I am student of BTech second year, AI
Okay.
ML specialization. Please suggest me any project which will make my resume look experienced.
Look at building AI agent that can drive a conversation, right? You're a student, so why don't you help your college conduct vivas using AI agents instead of professor asking the same question? This is actually a problem that I'm working on, helping some of the prestigious universities. You're a student, you're doing Viva, build an AI agent that can conduct Viva.
I think the next gen is going to be like super amazing. There you go, Divyam. I think you got a great suggestion. Well, I think we have come to the end of our session, Debbie. Well, I think I must say it was a fantastic discussion. Thank you for sharing your expertise with us. And to all our attendees, we appreciate your participation and engagement. If you'd like to revisit today's insights, a recording of the session will be sent to you via email. You will also be getting a participation certification. Please give us a couple of days, it will be emailed to you. If you have further questions, feel free to connect with us on LinkedIn or visit, HiTPT website for more information from Debbie. Stay tuned for more about AI plus HR sessions in our coming months, and I have already updated the details about the AI plus HR certification that you could probably take and upskill yourself and be in part with what the industry needs. Well, until next time, take care and keep innovating. Any last closing notes from you, Debbie? Great to have you over again.
No, some of the questions are very apt. I'm glad you're thinking. I would only give one example. Nokia was one of the leaders of phone in one point in time. I'm sure you would have heard these examples. And the CEO said, I don't know why we lost, but we never did anything wrong. So similarly, if you're not looking at what's changing around you from a candidate, from a business, um, 6 months down the line, you'll suddenly get hit by reality that your competition is using technology, your candidates are using tools that can take away the right candidate from you, right? So wake up, smell the coffee, see what's happening, do adopt early innovations and experiment faster. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Please feel free to,
Absolutely. Thank you
yes,
so much. I was just messaging everyone our LinkedIn IDs. There's a lot of people who want to connect with us there.
definitely.
Thank you so much for your time. It was a very fruitful discussion, Debbie. Nice to have you
Thank
over.
you. Thank you, everyone.